Hey, Nancy Kepner, Heartfelt Humor here with a two-part or at least two-themed video. I painted over my reflection. It was this really cool art thing. I want to share that with you, but I also want to get a bit personal and talk about how I know I am, and I know a lot of us may be feeling right now. I don't get personal on this channel very often, but it seemed appropriate to do while I was painting over my reflection. It seemed like appropriate symbolism. I saw a mirror on the floor of my room, you know, the place in your room where everything ends up eventually. And I looked into it and I saw my reflection there, and the mirror was about the size of a sheet of paper, and so I was like, I could paint on the mirror. Why does nobody do that? So I wrapped the mirror up with saran wrap and I started to paint. And I had this whole painting filmed, and then I did not post it. I started to doubt if I should post it. It seemed too random. Have you all been doing okay in this mid-COVID-19 world? Because I've been very mixed. At first everything was okay. I was staying optimistic, but the thing about being optimistic in a situation that gets progressively worse is that it really wears you down if you're happy and hopeful and you get shot down again and again and again. It gets really tiring and emotionally exhausting. I like being happy and hopeful. It's a large part of my personality. It's a large part of what I share with you on my YouTube channel, and I do feel a bit weird about posting anything else, even if I get sad and worn down at times. I'm most confident writing songs on this channel. I know that's why most of you follow me for my silly anime songs, but occasionally I do want to do other things like painting my reflection, or painting mushrooms, or climbing trees, or just venting, which I feel like what this video is turning into. But I get these doubts whenever I try to post a video like that. I don't think people want to listen to me unless I'm singing anime comedy. And I've certainly never really tried to post something about my art before, even though it is a passion of mine. Painting my reflection was harder than I thought it would be. My eyes couldn't focus on the reflection and what I was painting at the same time, so I was always seeing double. My mom pointed out later that if you close one eye the whole time, it works fine, and you can just trace it. She was right. She pointed it out after I was done with the painting though, so that was kind of annoying. Although I'm not sure I would want to be painting like this the whole time anyway. I feel like sometimes we can only see part of our image. Even if you all tell me that it's, and you do, you are so supportive, you often tell me that it's okay to post unique content and that you like it. But the numbers, the views and subscribers tend to tell me a different story. I think that's also something I don't talk about on my channel, and that's that my channel has been struggling for a while. I get frustrated. I worry about if my songs are getting boring or predictable, and I wonder what I'm doing wrong. I think it's the same thing with like the quarantine and whatnot. You can be optimistic for so long, and then it wears you down. It's like your hope gets dashed again and again and again. I don't like complaining. That's not how I see myself. Even though I know that being raw and open and honest is a large part of what makes us like YouTubers and what makes YouTubers really good. But I also know a lot of you look up to me, and I don't want you to be sad or worried about me. But at the same time, I know right now the whole world is going through the same thing. So maybe it would be good to talk about. With the COVID-19 situation, I think a lot of what it comes down to is that I'm scared. I'm not in a particularly bad situation. I live with my parents, so I'm not at the mercy of a landlord right now, even if my video editing work has been way cut back. And I was more introverted to begin with, so quarantine shouldn't bother me that much, theoretically, but it really does. A lot of us did this thing, maybe because it was the start of a new decade. 2020 was gonna be the year where we accomplished what we were supposed to accomplish, and I was definitely part of that too. I think for me it was also, I was turning 26, like there was a lot of life experiences I had yet to have, so I made a big deal about like trying to socialize. Went to some dances, I met a lot of people, I even dated a bit, which isn't something I do much. I feel like I just found this new group of friends and I was starting to figure things out, and then everything got shut down. I know not much will have changed in a couple months or a year or who knows how long, but it still really hurts to lose that time. I think some of my self-image is a bit wrapped up in my age right now, and society puts a lot of emphasis on those numbers, especially for women, and it's easy to feel like once you hit your late 20s that you're past your prime, which is stupid because we're all still awesome and amazing and beautiful, and I know that, but I do still struggle with it at times. And I was thinking a lot about my image and my self-image while doing the painting the reflection video, and I think my self-image is super confused right now. Like, my YouTube identity, my real identity, just everything. I think I'm strong, I'm smart, I'm pretty, but I also think I'm very inexperienced and naive, and I'm worried about getting older, and I'm sad and I'm scared about the world right now. I feel like I should be writing songs, I feel like I should be posting more and posting different things and doing exciting things, but I get all these self-doubts when I try to post something different, especially with my starting emotional state right now. But I have been dealing with it in different ways, some of which are healthier than others. I sleep a lot, which isn't great. It's a thing I've always done when I'm really stressed. I think my dreams are usually happy. So when I get super overwhelmed, I just want to go to bed. But I have been escaping in more healthy ways. Like, I've been going to the park a lot. I can find a decrepit old pavilion that's just off the path, and I don't have to worry about corona or social distance or anything. I wrote a bunch of poems there the other day, and then I remembered that mosquitoes like me, as they quickly bit my hand. See that? And I proceeded to doodle around those 3 mosquito bites because I cannot be trusted with a Sharpie. I was just at a pavilion goofing off, and sometimes I wonder what would happen if I've posted things like that. If I posted those weird nature poems I wrote at the pavilion. Is that something I can explore? Is that something I can do? Or am I stuck just writing songs? And I love writing songs. Like, songs are still like my favorite thing to do, but I can't do them all the time, and I like being creative and expressing myself in other ways sometimes as well. Back to the painting. My original plan was to keep the paint wet while I was painting so I could stamp it onto a piece of paper afterwards, but I am too slow a painter, so the paint dried and the saran wrap ended up being my finished product. Just put it on some mat board. I was good. Overall, it was really fun. The experience made me think a lot, which was unexpected. I think it was sort of like meditative. I've just been doing so much thinking with all these like at the park and paintings, and they're an escape, but they're also cause me to take a moment and breathe and think, and thinking is a little bit dangerous right now. It causes me to like have to have these crazy events on YouTube. But I want to be able to do things like this. I want to be able to talk to you guys like this. I want to be able to paint over my reflection in a YouTube video, and I don't want to cover up my feelings and who I really am. I generally am happy and optimistic, but feeling like I have to be that way all the time does wear me down. So I want to be brave enough to tell you what I'm going through, because I feel like a lot of you may be going through the same thing. I think that no matter what we are, if we're an essential worker, if we're at home, if we're financially balanced right now, if we're struggling, if we're alone or if we're with people, I think that everyone is stressed and struggling. I think that everyone's scared in different ways, and they're scared about different things, the virus, the economy. I think we need to be kind to each other, even if it's really hard. Even if our beliefs are different, it's never okay to laugh at or dismiss someone else's fear. I hope you're all staying safe as best you can, and that you enjoyed this video, even if it's not at all like what I normally post. I just needed to get some thoughts out, and I also wanted to show you this weird art thing. It's fun. You can try painting your reflection yourself, maybe cover up an eye, maybe don't. If you do try doing it, message me on Discord or something. Do me a favor and let me know that it's okay to post things like this by liking and sharing and subscribing and commenting down below. Prove all my anxieties wrong, pretty please. I need that right now. I'll be back this Thursday. I don't know if that's in 2 days or in 1 day, 2 days or 3 days. Depends on when I get this posted. Is it on Monday or Tuesday? Oh my gosh, I am so off schedule. But I will also be live streaming on Thursday, and then I will be back with another song next week. I've been so negligent. I've just been really stressed out. Please forgive me, guys. So I'll see you all super soon. Super duper soon. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.